Hello my lovelies, Sophia here, Psychic Tarot reader, personal mentor. Welcome back to my channel, Sophia's Psychic Tarot. If you are still not back with your SP and you've been following my Get Them Back playlist for over 6 months now, then you're doing something wrong, and I'm going to delve into what you should be doing, and I'm going to be explaining it by my voice talking to you on this video, because I was going to film it with me in the video, but then I've got so much that I want to say that I would be stopping and starting all the time to look at my notes. Okay, I've written my notes in a format that will help you to understand where you're going wrong and why you are not with your SP. So I hope that this helps you. Please listen to the end, and of course like and subscribe to help other people who you know, or the more likes on this video will help lots of other people in your situation to get somebody back in their life that they are missing. So the first rule is self-concept. I've done a video about this and I will link it above, but it is in the Get Them Back playlist. Basically, this is how you see yourself and others around you. So when you think about yourself, what story do you hear yourself saying? The self-talk that's going round and round in your head every time you think about yourself. I'm ugly, I'm overweight, I'm too skinny, I'm spotty, I'm not lovable, I'm not confident, so on and so on and so on. All the negative things you think about yourself. When you think about your SP, are you saying things like, they don't love me, they think I am this or that, or they have this issue, they have that issue or problem, they aren't interested, and all the negative self-talk that pops into your head whenever you think about them and your relationship. This goes for anyone and everything you think about: family, friends, SP, work, money, car, house, and so on. So first, you need to be aware of the self-talk you are telling yourself in your mind about the things in your life that are all negative, so that you can start affirming the positives, the negative Nancy outlook versus the positive Pam outlook of your life. This is what I mean when I'm doing the readings and I say you're being a negative Nancy instead of a positive Pam. Because if you stay as a negative Nancy with all the negative talk, then you are going to keep repelling your person anyway. Number 2, what do I mean about affirming strict mental diet and new reality? The subconscious mind is your mind that acts on images and feelings and needs lots of repetition to reprogram all those negative thoughts into the positives. So if you keep affirming to yourself over and over all the negative things about yourself, a person or things, then hey presto, there they are, over and over again, acting or turning up in that way. The way you are assuming them to be based on your negative self-talk and assumptions. Things that you are assuming to be true, which are mainly just things you have convinced yourself to be true and are not 100% fact and are your limiting beliefs. I say limiting beliefs because, again, they are things you are choosing to believe in, but I would not believe in them. They would not be my beliefs and my assumptions. Remember, everything is held in your reality by what you are choosing to believe in and assume to be true, and the story you keep telling yourself. I also have in my Get Them Back playlist a couple of other important videos. You've got the self-concept one, you've got why your thoughts create, everyone is you pushed out, and why current circumstances don't matter. Please go and listen to them to understand the basics of how we work as humans, okay? So let's put this so far into an example. I meet Bob and we fall madly in love with each other and start having a lovely relationship. But then I start to let my insecurities and fears from perhaps past relationships or childhood or early adulthood creep in, and so I start to self-sabotage. All my negative Nancy thoughts, assumptions and beliefs start creeping in. I am so in love with Bob, but he's going to hurt me and go off with someone else who is prettier than I am. Or I don't want to get my heart broken, so it's best we finish now before that happens. There are lots of different scenarios, but you get the idea. Any negative self-talk you start having that causes a breakup, your thoughts create, so it is inevitable that what you think will become your reality. It might be that you love them, but they're not really into you. The list is endless. So now Bob and I are no more. I am extremely upset and hurt by whatever happened in whatever way it did. And I try and get over him. Sometimes we can quite easily get over people without giving a damn. But in this case, I realise I love him and I want him back. However, he's now blocked me and will have nothing to do with me. I haven't heard from him for months or weeks or years. I start to think all kinds of negative things like, how can he not love me if I love him so much? Why doesn't he love me the same? Why hasn't he come rushing back to sweep me off my feet like in the movies? Why can't he get over his issues, baggage or problems to be with me? Why can't he stand up for himself and me? And so on and so on and so on. All the negative talk we start to have just goes round and round in our heads over and over every time we think about them. The same old thoughts like a broken record. Remember, the subconscious mind, that is the autopilot mind, goes by images, feelings and repetition, and it also doesn't know what is real and what's not real. So think of it like a playlist. You have thoughts about yourself as track 1, certain family members as track 2, your job as track 3, your SP as track 4, and so on. You start thinking about your SP, so your subconscious mind says, ooh, track number 4, let's play that track. So the same old song is played. The same thoughts, feelings and images come up. You listen to the same negative story you have been used to and have conversations in your head with them and so on, repeating the same old song. Now one day I hear that I can get my SP back. What is this that Sophia keeps going on about, and of course other people? What is this strict mental diet and affirmations? What is she on about? I'm blocked by Bob. We haven't seen each other for weeks, months or years. What do you mean I can have him back? Yes, you can. How? Well, I've been over it long enough in most of my videos, but here we go again. Your thoughts create your reality. Your current 3D is happening based on the thoughts you keep telling yourself over and over again about anyone or anything or any situation in your life. So to get what we want, we need to do a couple of things first. Number 1, check the thoughts you are having about the person or situation you want to change in your life. No one should be treating you in a way that you don't want them to be, and you shouldn't have to put up with things that make you feel upset or down. You shouldn't be playing an extra in anyone else's movie or a victim in your own movie. You should be on your pedestal knowing that you are good enough and worthy to have anything or anyone in your life. You are the powerful creator of your reality as your thoughts create, and you are a powerful manifester. You have been unconsciously manifesting all your life, as you cannot turn off your thoughts. So if you stop and look at your life right now and look at what you don't like about it, look first at the self-talk you keep having about it and stop doing it. Turn the negative talk into positive of what you do want to be seeing and how you want people to treat you or how you want your job to be and the amount of money that you want to be earning. Not what you think you should be earning or having or what you think you deserve. What you want. It is your life. What do you want? Do you want to just be living a life, or do you want to live a life that makes you happy, whole and complete? Number 2, once you have decided what you want or how you want your perfect relationship to be, then you need to be on your strict mental diet, saying your affirmations and living in that state or reality where you already have that perfect relationship, job, house, and so on. There are dimensional realities and different versions of you and everyone else. In one reality, I am this version, living this life. In another, married to someone else and have 6 kids. In another, young, free and single, traveling the world, and so on. And so is my SP, a number of different versions in different realities. Now I know that I can have Bob back in my life, this is what I would be doing. I have first thought about why I want Bob in my life. I loved him and can't love anyone else like I did him. He is the man I want to wake up to every morning. Some of you might just be caught up in that lovey feeling, but it doesn't have to be Bob that gives you that love. So this is why you need to look at what you want Bob in your life for and why. So I've decided it's Bob, Team Bob. We're going for Bob. He's the one I want. And why? Because I love the man. Number 2, I then need to think about why I love him. Is it his looks, his features? Is it his qualities? How he treated me when we first got together? We laughed, we had fun, we were so in love, had so much in common, talked till the cows came home, okay? And so on. But then I need to look at what I didn't like about that version of Bob. He wasn't very touchy-feely. He didn't tell me very often how much he loved me. When I think about it, it was always me telling him how much I loved him, and he hardly said it. He kept looking at other people's Instagram messages, other girls. He kept having a roving eye, eyeing up other girls or whatever, okay? So all the things you didn't like about him that you really wanted him to have done or said, the way you would have wanted him to show up in your movie as a perfect partner, giving you everything you wanted, is what you need to be looking at. Number 3, I now need to stop playing a victim in my movie, playing the same old crap over and over in my mind, which is keeping him away from me, and instead upload a different record to my playlist of him how I want him to be, so that every time I think of him going forward, he is the perfect version I want to be seeing and experiencing instead. Track number 4, SP, has now been uploaded with a different track, a new updated version. He loves me, adores me, spoils me, worships me, respects me, desires me, values me, and so on. And all the things I want him to be doing, how I want him to be acting, and what I want him to be saying to me. So now when I think of Bob, I think about how we are together in the new relationship, how we are acting together, what we're saying, what is he saying to me, how am I feeling now that I have him and this beautiful relationship with him. Number 4, as everyone is me pushed out, video linked above, then if I keep thinking of Bob in the old version in our previous relationship, then that is how he is going to be. But although I didn't like some bits of him, and some I did, I'm only interested in the new version I want to have in my life. So I am pulling in the Bob from the reality he is in as my perfect Bob. I am shifting my energy, thoughts and feelings to the state of the wish fulfilled, as if I am already experiencing that new relationship I want, and so I have to shift into that reality with him because my thoughts create. This is where I need to be on my strict mental diet, repeating over and over every time I think about Bob and our relationship, the new version, he loves me, he does this for me, he does that for me, he treats me like this, and so on, how I want him to be. Remember, your subconscious mind goes on repetition. You have to keep reaffirming over and over what you do want to be seeing to replace all your old negative thoughts completely. You can't just throw in a few affirmations and then as soon as you've rattled them off like a grocery shopping list, you go back into the old playlist to replay the old record over and over again. And this is where people make the mistake. Yeah, I said a few affirmations, but then the majority of the time I go back to wondering where Bob is, telling myself the old crappy story, or telling my family and friends the same sorry ass movie. No, you need to stay on your strict mental diet, repeating over and over and persisting in your new affirmations, which are your positive thoughts, thinking and feeling and imagining the two of you in the relationship you want to be experiencing with him until it shows up in your reality like that. However long it takes, you don't worry about the how it will happen or the when it will happen. If you are fully immersed in your new thoughts about the two of you in your perfect relationship with him, treating you the way you want him to, the new version of him, you're not interested in the old version. Remember, he wasn't the Bob I wanted, and you are thinking and feeling of your relationship like this. The version of him you want has to turn up. It will only not turn up if you are saying negative things about yourself or him in your mind or to others. If you are still picking over the bones of the old relationship that didn't work out and wasn't your ideal 100% relationship. Stop looking at your person as being the enemy who is resisting you on purpose, because that is who you are creating them to be. No, your new version adores you, loves you, spoils you, worships you, can't take their eyes off you. Whatever you want them to be doing in your new movie. No one has free will in your movie, so stop giving it to them. In their reality, they can do whatever they want, but in your reality, everyone is already turning up in the way you are assuming them to be, so they don't have free will anyway. Your thoughts are creating them to be that way, and everyone is you pushed out based on the thoughts you have about them. So, replay this if you need to. Go and check out the other videos I mentioned in the playlist. Because if you are not sticking to this, that is why you are not getting your person back. Not because they are defying you, but because you are still telling yourself the same old negative story and are not sticking to your strict mental diet, are not creating the new version of them how you want them to be, and you're not getting rid of this negative Nancy talk. If you need personal mentoring, then Danielle and I are here to help you go forward and get them back if you cannot do it by yourself. So my lovelies, I hope this helps you, because I would love to hear more success stories on my channel to help other people. You create your reality. No one and nothing else. Love and light.